Control. It's a word we often hear, but how many of us truly understand its power? Control over our words, our emotions, our money, and our mind is what stands between where we are now and where we want to be. It's not about waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's about taking full responsibility for the 4 key areas of your life that will shape your reality. These 4 things which you say, how you feel, how you manage your money, and the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind hold the power to define your success or keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Most people don't realize that the life they dream of is already in their hands, waiting for them to take control. But without focus and discipline in these areas, it's easy to let life slip by, feeling like you're reacting to everything that happens around you. The truth is, you have the power to change it all. When you learn to master these 4 key areas, your life transforms, your relationships improve, your confidence grows, and your future starts to look brighter. So if you're ready to take charge and start living the life you deserve, let's dive into the truth about control and how to make it work for you. The foundation of life, it's control. It's such a small word, isn't it? Just a few letters. But don't let its size fool you. This word holds the foundation of everything in life. Without control, you can't build the life you truly want. Think about it. When you're out of control, life feels chaotic, messy, and overwhelming. You're constantly reacting to whatever comes your way instead of steering your life in the direction you want to go. Now, let's be honest. Everyone wants a good life. We all dream of success, happiness, peace, and purpose. But here's the truth. Most people don't want to admit you cannot achieve those things unless you're in control of what matters most. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even hard work, because even hard work without control will lead you nowhere. So what are these things you need to control? Let me simplify it for you: your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. These 4 areas might sound basic, but they're everything. They are the pillars on which your life stands. If you don't control them, they won't just mess up your day, they'll shape your future in ways you don't want. Think about your mouth, for example. The words you speak carry weight. Words can build and words can destroy. Every time you speak, you're either creating trust or breaking it. You're either encouraging someone or tearing them down. But it's not just about what you say to others, it's also about what you say to yourself. How often do you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this? Those words aren't just harmless thoughts. They shape how you see yourself and what you believe you're capable of. If you don't control your mouth, you'll let careless words, both to yourself and to others, dictate your life. Now let's look at your mood. How many times have you let a bad moment ruin your entire day? Maybe someone cut you off in traffic, or you spilled coffee on your shirt, and suddenly the rest of the day felt like a disaster. That's what happens when you don't control your mood. You let external events take over your emotions. But here's the thing, your mood is yours to manage. It doesn't belong to the rude driver, the spilled coffee, or the unexpected challenges. It belongs to you. If you let every little thing set you off, you'll never experience peace. But if you control your mood, you control how you show up in the world, and that changes everything. Then there's your money. Money isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about security, freedom, and opportunity. But here's the problem. Most people don't control their money. They spend without thinking. They let emotions drive their financial choices. They focus on earning more without managing what they already have. When you don't control your money, it controls you. It becomes a source of stress, a barrier to freedom, and a reason you feel stuck. But when you take control of your money, when you save, plan, and invest, you give yourself the power to live life on your terms. The most powerful of all, your mind. Your mind is where everything begins. Every decision, every habit, every success, it all starts with a single thought. If your mind is filled with fear, doubt, and negativity, your life will reflect that. But if your mind is filled with hope, determination, and belief, your life will reflect that too. The problem is, most people don't control their minds. They let the world fill it with negativity from the news, from social media, from toxic people, and then they wonder why they feel stuck. But when you take control of your mind, when you guard what goes in and challenge the negative thoughts, you take control of your entire life. Are you in control of these 4 areas, or are they controlling you? The answer to that question will determine everything about your life. Control isn't just important, it's essential. Without it, life happens to you. But with it, life happens for you. It's not easy, but it's simple. Take control, and you'll see how powerful you really are. Let's break it down together. Control your mouth. Your words are powerful. Every single word you speak carries energy that can shape your reality and the world around you. Think of your words as tools. They can build bridges of understanding, trust, and connection, or they can tear down walls and create divisions. When you choose your words carefully, you set the stage for harmony and growth. But when you speak recklessly out of anger, frustration, or negativity, you invite chaos into your life and the lives of those around you. Words spoken in haste without thought have the power to damage relationships, destroy trust, and even limit your own potential. Let's think about this in simple terms. Have you ever said something out of anger that you instantly regretted? Maybe it was a harsh comment to a friend, a partner, or even yourself. You can apologize, but the damage is already done. Words once spoken can't be taken back. They linger in the minds of others and shape their perceptions of you. But it doesn't stop there. The words you speak to yourself, your self-talk, are equally, if not more, important. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, or I'll never succeed, your brain starts to believe it. Over time, these negative words create a mental environment that limits your growth. On the other hand, when you speak words of encouragement, possibility, and positivity, you plant seeds of confidence and self-belief. Your brain begins to align with those words, and you start to act in ways that reflect them. That's the power of your words. They don't just describe your reality, they create it. The key to mastering your mouth lies in intention. Controlling your words doesn't mean you stop speaking. It means you start thinking before you speak. Before saying something, ask yourself a few simple questions. Is this true? Is this helpful? Is this necessary? These questions act as a filter to ensure that your words are not only meaningful, but also constructive. For example, imagine you're in a heated argument. Instead of letting frustration take over and saying something hurtful, pause for a moment. Think about whether your words will help resolve the issue or make it worse. This small act of mindfulness can prevent countless regrets and keep your relationships intact. The same principle applies to how you talk to yourself. Many people are kinder to strangers than they are to themselves. They tear themselves down with harsh, critical words, not realizing the impact it has on their confidence and mindset. If you wouldn't say something hurtful to a friend, why would you say it to yourself? Practice speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Replace "I'm not good at this" with "I'm learning and I'm getting better every day." Replace "I'll never succeed" with "I can succeed if I keep trying." These small shifts in self-talk can transform the way you see yourself and the actions you take. Words are also a reflection of the energy you carry. If you focus on complaining, gossiping, or pointing out what's wrong in life, you attract more of that negativity into your world. But when you use your words to express gratitude, share positivity, and encourage others, you create an environment where good things can flourish. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. For example, instead of complaining about a difficult task, say, "This is challenging, but I'll find a way through it." That simple shift in language can change your mindset and your results. Remember that mastering your words is a journey. It won't happen overnight. You'll still slip up and say things you wish you hadn't. But every time you pause to think before you speak, every time you choose positive self-talk over negativity, and every time you use your words to uplift rather than tear down, you're building a better version of yourself. Over time, these small, intentional actions will create a ripple effect in your life. Your relationships will improve. Your confidence will grow. Opportunities will open up. And most importantly, you'll live with the peace of knowing that your words are aligned with the life you want to create. Control your mood. Your mood is like a pair of glasses through which you see the world. On a good day, the world feels bright, opportunities seem endless, and even challenges feel manageable. But on a bad day, those same challenges feel overwhelming, and even simple tasks can drain your energy. Here's the truth: most people overlook your mood doesn't just happen to you. You have the power to shape it. Yes, life throws unexpected events your way, and yes, some days are tougher than others. But your mood isn't controlled by what happens, it's controlled by how you choose to respond. When something difficult happens, you can either let it ruin your day or decide to handle it calmly and move forward. That decision is yours. One powerful way to shift your mood is through gratitude. Gratitude might sound simple, but it's incredibly effective. When you take a moment to focus on what's going well instead of what's going wrong, your energy begins to shift. For example, if you're having a bad day, pause and think about one thing you're grateful for. It could be something small, a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or even the fact that you have the ability to breathe and think. Gratitude reminds you that even when things feel tough, there's still something positive in your life. It doesn't erase the challenges, but it gives you strength to face them. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll notice you're not as easily swept away by emotions. Instead, you'll feel more grounded and in control. It's contagious. Think about how your energy affects the people around you. When you're in a bad mood, your negativity spills over, making interactions tense and unproductive. On the other hand, when you maintain a positive mood, you uplift the people you interact with, creating an environment where problems feel solvable and collaboration feels easier. This is why controlling your mood isn't just about you. It's about the energy you bring into the spaces you share with others. Start paying attention to your triggers. What sets off a bad mood for you? Maybe it's a rude comment, a traffic jam, or an unexpected setback. The key isn't to avoid these things, they're part of life. Instead, learn how to manage your reaction. When something frustrates you, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this moment, however annoying or challenging, is temporary. Another tool to control your mood is perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Will I even remember this a month from now? Most of the things that ruin our mood are fleeting and insignificant in the big picture. By putting problems into perspective, you take away their power to control you. And don't underestimate the importance of small habits, like starting your day with something uplifting, a piece of music, a few minutes of quiet reflection, or a positive affirmation. These small steps can set the tone for the day ahead. Over time, as you practice gratitude, mindfulness, and perspective, you'll realize that you're no longer a victim of your mood. Instead, you're the one steering the ship, deciding how to navigate life's ups and downs with clarity and strength. To control your money. Money is one of the most important areas in life where control is essential. Yet most people live in financial chaos, constantly wondering where their money went. They spend impulsively, often chasing fleeting happiness or trying to keep up with others. Emotional spending, whether it's to celebrate, to relieve stress, or simply because something is on sale, is a trap many fall into. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't just about earning a lot of money. It's about managing the money you already have. Even people with high incomes can find themselves struggling financially if they don't control their spending. The first step to taking control is awareness. Start tracking every dollar you spend. It might seem tedious at first, but this simple practice reveals patterns and shows you where your money is really going. Once you know this, you can create a budget, a plan that ensures your money is being used for things that truly matter to you. But budgeting is just the start. Saving is where you build real financial freedom. Set aside a portion of every paycheck, even if it's small at first. An emergency fund is a must. It's your safety net for unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills. Without savings, a single unplanned expense can throw your entire budget into disarray. Beyond saving, think long term. Ask yourself, what do I want my money to do for me? Maybe it's financial security, the ability to invest in opportunities, or simply living without the stress of paycheck to paycheck survival. Whatever your goals, your money should serve those purposes. The key is to avoid letting emotions dictate your financial choices. When you're tempted to spend, pause and think, does this align with my goals? Is it a need or a want? By spending with purpose rather than impulse, you take back control. When you master your money today, you create freedom and opportunities for your future. Controlling your money also requires a mindset shift. Many people see money as something to spend quickly or as a source of stress. But money is a tool, and how you use it determines its value in your life. If you treat money with care, you can build a life of stability and abundance. Start by focusing on what truly matters to you, not what society or social media pressures you to buy. Chasing the latest gadgets, trends, or experiences might feel good in the moment, but it rarely leads to lasting happiness. Instead, prioritize investments that add long-term value to your life, like education, skill building, or creating memories with loved ones. And remember, controlling your money doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It means spending thoughtfully on things that genuinely enrich your life while also planning for the future. Discipline is the foundation of financial control. Without it, money slips through your fingers. It's easy to make excuses for not saving or to think, I'll start next month, but the truth is, every delay costs you time, and time is the most valuable resource when it comes to building wealth. Compound interest, for example, rewards those who save and invest consistently over time, even in small amounts. And here's an important point. Controlling your money isn't about depriving yourself. It's about giving yourself freedom. Freedom from financial stress. Freedom to take opportunities when they come. Freedom to live on your terms. When you control your money, you control your future. So ask yourself, are you working for your money? Or is your money working for you? Take the steps today to ensure that your money is a source of empowerment, not stress. Control your mind. Your mind is the control center of your life. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every habit you build starts with a single thought. This is why controlling your mind is the hardest but most important thing you can do. What you think about consistently shapes your reality. If you allow fear, doubt, and negativity to dominate your mind, those feelings will influence every area of your life. They will cloud your judgment, limit your potential, and drain your energy. But here's the truth. You have the power to change this. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and nurture will grow. If you plant seeds of negativity, fear, and self-doubt, those are the plants that will take over. But if you choose to plant seeds of positivity, growth, and determination, those are the ones that will flourish. The first step to controlling your mind is awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts. Ask yourself, are these thoughts helping me or holding me back? To take control, start by guarding your mind. Be mindful of what you expose yourself to: social media, the news, and even the people you spend time with. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, it's no surprise that your thoughts will follow. Instead, seek out content, conversations, and people who inspire you and encourage growth. When a negative thought creeps in, don't ignore it. Challenge it. Ask yourself if it's true or just an assumption. Replace it with a thought that serves you better. For example, when you think, I'm not good enough, replace it with, I'm learning and I'm improving every day. This isn't just about thinking happy thoughts, it's about training your mind to focus on solutions and possibilities instead of problems. Visualization is another powerful tool. Take time each day to imagine your goals as if they're already real. Picture yourself succeeding, achieving, and thriving. When you can see it in your mind, your brain starts to believe it's possible. And when you believe it, you take actions that move you closer to that vision. Controlling your mind also means creating space for stillness and clarity. In today's fast-paced world, our minds are constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and noise. This overload often leads to stress, confusion, and a lack of focus. To counter this, make time each day to quiet your mind. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting in silence, these moments allow you to reset and regain control. When your mind is still, you can observe your thoughts without judgment and choose which ones to keep and which ones to let go. This practice helps you build mental discipline, making it easier to focus on what truly matters. Another key to controlling your mind is to practice gratitude and perspective. When challenges arise, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. But shifting your focus to what's going right can transform how you handle those challenges. Gratitude trains your brain to see the positives, even in difficult situations. And perspective reminds you that most problems are temporary. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Often the answer is no, and realizing this can take the weight off your shoulders. Finally, remember that controlling your mind is a journey, not a one-time fix. You won't master it overnight, and that's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. With consistent effort, you'll find that your thoughts become your greatest ally, driving you toward the life you want instead of holding you back. Control your mind, and you control your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the heart of it all. Control. It's the foundation, the bridge, the key to creating the life you want. We've talked about your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. These are the 4 pillars. Let me remind you, they're not just concepts. They're not just words. They are the very tools you need to build the life you dream of. If you don't take control of these 4 areas, they'll run you. And if they run you, your life will feel like it's spiraling, always out of your hands. But when you master them, you don't just survive, you thrive. Let's be clear about one thing. Control doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you'll never say the wrong thing, feel the wrong emotion, spend a little too much, or let a doubtful thought slip in. Control is about awareness. It's about making choices with intention. You pause, you think, you decide, because every small decision adds up. Pause before you speak. Ask yourself if your words are building or breaking. Breathe before you let your mood ruin your day. Choose gratitude over frustration. Think before you spend. Ask if this aligns with your future. And guard your mind, because what you feed it will shape the life you live. Here's the truth I want you to take with you. Nobody else can do this for you. Not your family, not your friends, not your circumstances. This is your responsibility. But here's the beauty of it. You have everything you need within you. The power to control your words, the strength to manage your emotions, the discipline to handle your finances, and the awareness to master your thoughts. It's all there waiting for you to take hold of it. So let me ask you this. Will you take control today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every day you delay, you stay stuck. But the moment you decide, you'll feel the shift. You'll see the change. Control your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind, and you'll find freedom, success, and peace. That's not just a promise, it's a truth. It's your life, and now it's your move. Take control and create the life you deserve.